God damn it.
What the fuck?
Oh! Holy shit! Good afternoon, folks. I am going to look at today a 1998 Chevy Astro van. It's not a conversion van, it's a passenger van. It's got the seats in the back. So the reason I'm looking at that, because I was looking for a conversion van, and ideally something that's at least a half-ton, but Astros really hold their value well. They're good on gas, they're pretty good mechanically, not too many issues. And the guy's asking 900 bucks for it, which is cheap. So again, the comps are selling anywhere from 1,800 to 4,000. Now, not 4,000 for a 98, but I mean, the Astro van's pretty much the same goddamn van right until the end of production. They didn't really change much. So I'm pretty interested in this thing. I know the AC doesn't work, which most of my cars it doesn't, and I think that's really the only issue with it that I know of so far. So the guy, obviously, with that low of a price, has got a lot of interest in the thing, and he's got two people so he says, two people that want to come see it later today. So I'm getting the first look, I think, and that's kind of tough, because if he knows he has other buyers, potential buyers, he's not going to be as negotiable. So we'll see. I guess this guy bought it as a camper. He wanted to convert it into a camper like I do. Didn't have time to actually get that done, and that's why he's selling it. But again, my target price, my realistic target price, because I know I'm not gonna be able to get this thing for 400 bucks if he's got other interested buyers. He knows what he has, he's put some money into it. My target price would be like 700. If I'm real lucky, 600, but I don't think it's gonna happen. He put no low ballers all over the ad, so I'm thinking 700. So he's at 900. That's a $200 difference. And again, what might get him interested in that offer is that I'm there with cash. I'll take it away, no hassle. Throw the classic as is. I won't come haunt you promise out, which I wouldn't do anyway, because lemon law does not pertain to used vehicles, private sale used vehicles here in Florida. But most people don't know that. So we'll see what happens. If I get this thing for 700 and it checks out, you know, it looks pretty good mechanically, I think it's a great buy. I know it needs the hood is not the right hood on it. Looks like somebody replaced the hood, and they put on one that's kind of a different shade of green, and it's like bent. It's not closing properly. They didn't adjust it properly. So it obviously would need a new hood from a junkyard, a matching hood, which we know I'm good at that, right? And then it looks like I might have had some other very minor cosmetic issues, but the inside looks great, which I'd gut out anyway, and, you know, throw a bed in the back and shit like that. Fucking Miami right here. Jesus, I just want to get some Little Caesars. Thank you. What a sweetheart. Everybody say thank you to her. All right, guys, so I'm gonna grab my pizza and we'll get in the move here. Got about a 30-minute drive. All right, there goes the van. So let me tell you guys about it. It's not that bad. Cosmetically, on the outside, looks like absolute shit. Mechanically, it's got a whiny alternator, but the engine seems to run really well. Trans shift's pretty good. It's got 4 new tires, drives nice and straight and tight. So it's pretty good mechanically. I offered the kid 500. He's asking 900. He says he's got other interested buyers, and again, at 900 bucks for a work van, I believe him. So he countered at 600. I recountered at 550, and so that's my final offer. Would I pay 600 for it? I gotta think about it. I know it seems silly to debate over 50 bucks, but you know, that $50, I can replace the hood on it, because the hood looks like shit. What's going on with that hood is that this is a one owner. It was his well, he's the second owner now. It was his girlfriend's parents' van, and he's known his girlfriend for like 15 years or some crazy shit. So anyway, he's known the van as long as they've had it, just about, and the parents just gave it to him because they don't need it anymore, and he was going to use it as a camper van, and I guess now him and his girlfriend are moving into an apartment, and he just doesn't have room for it. So anyway, like I said, mechanically pretty good. The alternator's real whiny on it, you know, but whatever, it's still working, it's still charging. Will it need to be replaced in the future? There's a possibility of that, but it's working right now. I've had alternators do that for years, and they never fail. So that's one thing I noticed. It's definitely an oil leaker. You can tell it's the pan, everything's wet, but it's like old, it almost looks like old leaks to me, because nothing really looks like there's no drips on the bottom of the engine or anything like that. It's all like old, gunked up, black oil residue. And I checked the dipstick, and you can tell the thing hasn't had oil added to it. You know, it's dirty, old oil, but it's full. So maybe the leaks were fixed. It's hard to tell. You can tell at the top of the motor by the intake manifold gasket, there's no leaks. That's all you can see, really. The bottom of the motor is wet, but from what? Who knows? Brakes are good. Again, mechanically it's pretty good. It's just an ugly bastard of a van. But that's, you know, just like the Buick here was an ugly piece of shit that maybe some of you think it still is. This van would be an easy cosmetic cleanup. Change the hood. The paint is just cracked and it's a mess all over the thing. But it's, the worst is the hood. Someone sprayed, the previous owner spray painted the hood and the roof a different shade of green. And hold on, I got a cop coming by here. Fucker. Seatbelt on. Okay. So yeah, someone painted the hood and the roof, and it looks, they should just left the thing the hell alone, because it looks even worse. But like I said, I definitely replaced the hood. It's damaged anyway, it's dented. And the roof, you're not going to see it. I only noticed it because I climbed up on the side step and looked. The door locks don't work. Just the driver's door doesn't lock. The passenger one, you have to open the door from the inside. And the sliding door works. The back hatch works. Very clean van, despite the outside. It's a good buy at $550 for sure. This kid's got other buyers interested, but I kind of gave him the scoop with the whole lemon law shit, and he seemed to really eat it up. He's all nervous. I told him how I got sued one time, which a little bit of a white lie, but it's part of the business. So no one ever said car buying was an honest business. So anyway, we'll see what happens. He says he's gonna get back to me the next hour or two, let me know his decision. And if I'm gonna look around a little bit more on Craigslist, and if I really think it's a good deal at $600, I'll pony up the extra 50, but I really want to keep it as low budget as possible, because every dollar counts on a cheap flip like this, or whatever I end up using it for. All right, guys, so clearly I'm gonna have to move the van into the light because I can't see it on the camera, but is this shit not getting ridiculous or what? I've got, fuck, it's really dark. Here in Miami, I've got 7 cars now. And I've got one still up in Boston, the Trofeo. And I've got the van back in St. Croix. 1, 2, 3. Buick is over there, you can't even see it. 4, 5, oh, this is for sale. 6, and then the newest addition I was talking about earlier on in the video. This is my new to me 98 Astro van. I'm gonna pull into the light so you get a good look at it. But I bought it for 600 bucks. Kid was asking 900, which is already a great price for any type of van. Like I was telling you guys, pickup trucks and vans, like these kind of vans, not minivans, sell for huge money in South Florida, because you have so many people working in the trades that need a van or a truck. And I mean, the cheapest Astro van I've seen besides this one is like $2 grand, and it had more miles, and it wasn't even, it was a work van. It's not even a passenger van like this one. Got 163,000 miles, which really isn't bad. You can see it starts right up. The check engine light's on, it's solid. I'm assuming there's a vacuum leak or something, but it runs really, really well. Gas gauge works. It's funny, my express van did the same thing, where it kind of like very quickly vibrates back and forth, the gas gauge. Probably just a sending unit going, but it's working. Oil pressure's good, temp runs nice and cool. No radiator issues, which are typical with an Astro van, at least not at the moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this thing now. So take a look. Hopefully the light's a little bit better. I'm gonna see if I can see in the camera here. It's better. I'm gonna do a daytime video of this tomorrow anyway. But you can see, very straight body. It's a shame the paint job is so gone on it. And somebody like spray painted the hood over the, because what happened is the paint is literally, let me see if I can show you. See what's happening with the paint? I mean, the paint's gone on this thing. It still doesn't look that bad. It's not like it almost looks like it's supposed, I don't know. Like, if your paint job's gonna go, it's kind of a better case scenario, because the rest of it still looks pretty decent. It looks like shit. What am I talking about? But I probably won't do anything with the paint. I mean, this doesn't have to look that good. You know, if this van ends up being real great and I have it for a while, maybe I'll wrap it, vinyl wrap it. There's some place to do that pretty cheap down here. Spray painting, it's not going to work because of all, as you can, I'll show you what happened with the hood. I'm definitely going to change the hood because they painted the, you don't really see the roof, they painted the roof too. And you can see the hood's a totally different color and it's bent. So I'm going to go to the junkyard, get a green hood, hopefully, or even a black one. Nah, probably going to try to look for this color. Change the hood. You only see the roof, but the roof has that same nasty blue on it. And I'm going to change the grill and these headlight bezels. It's all cheap shit. That should make it look a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's got 4 new tires on it. Let me see if I get a good shot of it on this side. How's the camera picking it up? Decently. But real straight van. Good runner. Yeah, the camera's so dark. I'll do a better video of this tomorrow, but I'm going to show you guys how it runs. Like I said, the alternator is real whiny, but it's working. It's charging fine, according to the gauge at least, and I haven't felt any issues of it trying to stall out or anything like that. Let's crank her back up. I mean, look, it fires right up. Pretty typical of an alternator to do this if a car's been sitting a lot. But I had the kid rev the piss out of the engine when I was looking at it, and I didn't hear anything funny. It actually looks like a newer one too. So it's a Delphi one, so it's GM, but you can see it ain't bad. Not for 600 bucks. Gotta love these engine bays. You can't see a goddamn thing. Well, anyway, guys, that's really all you're gonna be able to see. Maybe I'll roll the camera when I take it for a drive, but I mean, it's a van, it's nothing special. But I got big plans for this thing. Like I said, I'm gonna have a lot of fun making this into a budget camper. And hopefully I can make it look good too. That's the one thing that kind of sucks. It looks real shitty right now. But as you guys know, I prefer mechanical condition over cosmetic, because cosmetic shit, you can live with it and you can fix it if you want to. Mechanical, you gotta fix it. So anyway, I'm gonna go take this thing for a rip. All right, so I'm out in the van. I wanted you guys to hear how loud that alternator is, but I mean, it's charging. So you know I'm not gonna change it. Kind of sounds like a unhealthy supercharger, but I mean, it drives straight. It shifts fine. The engine's not noisy, which is remarkable considering how old the oil is. I'm going to change that probably tomorrow. But she's a good driver. We'll figure out why that check engine light's on tomorrow. I'll pull the code. Probably something dumb. Do you guys remember this? I don't know if you can see it. There's my red Explorer Fred, as I used to call it. I sold it to that guy. I used to live in that house right there. I used to rent it. And I sold it to the guy 2 houses down. But, okay, we'll go this way. But anyway, it's a great driver. I mean, the shocks are great. 163 on a 98 is low mileage. I have my 2005 Suburban that had 169 on it when I sold it. So it's low mileage. You know, it's a good driver. I'm very happy with it. Holy shit, I just got home and I looked. This thing still has, and that's how you know it's a one owner. Chevy delivery inspection completed. How fucking crazy is that? I love one owner cars. They're always well maintained, they're always clean. Look at everything's in here. The fucking window sticker? Get out of here. Are you shit? Look at this. New van owner. You're damn right I am. I get the pictures of the assembly plant. Unbelievable. That's fucking crazy. I can't believe all this shit's still in here. Look at that window sticker. It's pristine. Unbelievable. 20 highway. Oh shit.